Okay, cool. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited for today. So, this one is super fun. And I wish, Maria, that we were in person right now together so that we could like really do the swish properly, because that is the technique that we're going to be talking about today. It's really good for like obsessive compulsive type of behaviors, like people who you know pull and pick at their hair or pick on their nails or bite their fingernails or something like that, where it's an action, it's a behavior that is kind of compulsive and they can't really stop doing it. This is a really good technique for that. So as always, we have it's chapter 15. So if you are in the book, it is chapter 15. It's page 189 for me. I'm not sure what it is for you.
197.
197. Cool. I swear I am still so confused how this happened. I mean, it's literally the same exact book, the same edition, like bought off of Amazon. Something weird happened with the page numbers, but whatever. Okay, cool. So, do you have something like that? Some little tick, a little habit, a little kind of compulsive behavior that you would like to work on today, Miss Maria?
Me? Ah. Ah. Yeah. I don't know if it's compulsive. It's like kind of extreme is the better way I could explain it. I don't know if it's extreme, but it's like I'll give you an example. I mean, I'm aware of it, and so I try to focus on the positive. But like if I focus on something, I really focus on it like a pit bull, which is good sometimes, but sometimes it's not good. For instance, I believe that I'm not an alcoholic because I don't drink it every day. But when I do drink and I know I don't have to work the next day, I go all at it. I go to the extreme. I party till the cows come home. And that I don't know how to call that. So like I'll drink and drink and drink. And one of the things I know I could tolerate is tequila. I could drink a whole bottle if I want to. But thank God I'm not there, because that would really kill my liver. I'll give you an example. When I was drinking, I drank 40 shots of tequila for my 30 shots of tequila for my 30th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't drop dead till about 3 days later. And then I passed out. You see that? So I go overboard. It's extreme. So when I'm into something, sometimes I go to the extreme, such as that, positive or negative. And I kind of like it, but I have to, because that means when I say I'm really focused, sometimes I'm that focused, and I use it in a positive way. And I'm aware of it, so I reduced it. I know of that I do that. So I said, okay, we're going to shut it down now, Maria. We're going to shut it down. So I say that to myself. But that's the only compulsive thing I can think of. Does that fall under compulsiveness or obsessiveness? I think it's obsessiveness. Obsessive.
There's a lot of different theories about what it is that you're talking about. And so I think it totally depends on who you're talking to. They will give you their interpretation of what the experience that you are explaining, what that could possibly be, as with all things. Right? So, the reason why it's not like any of these would harm us, right? I mean, we could just imagine that we have some kind of weird tick thing and go with it just to have fun with the process. But the reason why I don't think this technique would necessarily be the best for this particular issue is because of the the desire to continue it within reason. Do you know what I mean? Like, no one wants to like only bite their nails for 15 minutes, but not 45. Do you see what I'm saying? So like, but like what I'm hearing is that like you still like to drink and drink a lot and to party, but like maybe 30, I mean, obviously it was your birthday, so that was like a special occasion, but you were making a point, right? And so like to like go back on the same point, it's like, okay, well maybe 30 was a little excessive, but like 3 is awesome. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit different. It's the same with like, you know, pulling your hair. Like nobody is like, well, you know, I want to only pull my hair 3 hairs a day, not 50. It's like, well,
I'm just a little bit of an asshole. I'm not a real big asshole. I'm just a little bit of an asshole.
Right, totally. So, I mean, obviously, it's not that it wouldn't, you know, I mean, I guess we can see. I guess we can see. So, how would you know though? Like, how would you know that this technique had served you well and had worked to, you know, kind of soften the edges and rein Maria in when it's time to be reined in? You know what I mean? Because I don't think that you drink every day. So, or do you?
No, I don't. I barely drink. I barely drink, girlfriend.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be alcohol. What the hell would it be then? Oh, you know what it is? I can get a little crazy on supplements. My daughter says, Mom, you have too many supplements. I'm going to start throwing them away. And I said, you know, maybe I do have a problem buying supplements, you know. So that it could be.
But again, so what's the behavior? I mean, again, we can just make it up and like go with it and have fun with it. And we could just do it around the alcohol and like see what happens. But typically this is more specific to like actual physical habits that aren't serving the person anymore, you know, like OCD type of stuff where it's like, you got to clean this, you got to do the door 3 times, you got to, you know, you're biting your nails, you're picking at your skin, you're pulling your hair, like, you know, little things like that. Actually, smoking is one of those things because it often is just a physical habit. I mean, obviously there's the nicotine and the addiction part, but that actually subsides after a couple of days. But sometimes we can have like that hand to mouth thing, you know, it's like that action that we're wanting to interrupt.
We could do Brian has a compulsive, it drives me crazy.
Is he home?
No.
Okay.
But he likes to pick at his arms. So now he looks like he's like a crack addict who has like this picking sensation on his arms, and he's like, "Don't call me a crackhead." I'm like, "Honey, your arms are all. You look like you've like been up all night and picking at yourself." And he's like, "How dare you?" He does.
Speaking of supplements, that actually might be a vitamin or mineral deficiency. That actually might need some supplements. It might go away because that like itchy on the skin thing. I mean, that's what happens with when people do like a bunch of drugs, specifically crack and meth.
Exactly.
Because it really sucks out all the vitamin C and the B's, right? Because those are water soluble. So you need to replenish them every day. But if you're smoking crack every day, you're not eating, right? So like
killing yourself, which is
right, but stress can do the same thing. Sorry,
okay. What about, so that's what but he's not here. What do I do that's what my daughter says, that this what we can do. She says that I'm hoarding, and I'm not hoarding. I just don't have enough time to clean my freaking boxes. Let's work on that. Let's work on that. Pretend that I'm a hoarder, which I know I'm not. It's just like, I just don't have enough time to clean out these freaking boxes that have been hanging around since 2009. You know, for me moving, I still got shit in the garage I need to clean out. So we could pretend I'm a hoarder or something. I don't know. That's what she called me. And I said, I'm not hoarding this shit. I go, then help me clean. She goes, all right, I will, because I can't stand it. And so we actually did one box, and that was it, because we had to go. But I'm not hoarding because I want to get rid of this shit. So we can work on that, I guess.
Okay, well, we're just going to do that just kind of for fun, but just know that different techniques are better suited for certain kind of issues, or I don't even want to call it an issue or a problem, but it's like something that's representing itself in our world, right? In like the actual conscious physical world. And we're like, wait a minute, I don't really want to be doing that anymore. How do I rewire my brain?
Yeah.
So the Swish process is specifically designed for those kinds of like hand to mouth kind of habits. But cool. I guess we'll go with hoarding, because I don't like, what would that be? It would be just like, it would be like collecting, keeping stuff.
Well, for memories, I like to keep, I have clothes since the 1980s.
I wish I had kept all my clothes from the 80s. I'm actually really disappointed that I don't still have my pink leather jacket, my skirt, my jeans skirt that had like the thing.
Yeah.
My overalls, like, I wish I had kept all of that stuff.
Yeah, I had to get rid of some of them, but some of them survived, and I'm like, cool, because I still have. I'll show you what I have. Anyways, what about like Teddy? Teddy?
Yeah.
This was Alina's first birthday present from her dad's best friend. This little teddy bear survived 3 marriages, divorces, all the moving I've done, and he survived all of my marriages. He stayed with me more than my husband's. This one is 36 years old. And so I like I'm glad he survived my marriages. But I don't know if that's called hoarding, but I don't give a shit. I like to keep some stuff. Memories. It's like, I want to keep the memories.
Yeah. So again, if the person doesn't see it as a problem, it's not a freaking problem.
All right, then let's make a problem for Maria then.
I don't want to make a problem for you.
Well, just so that we can do the swish.
Okay, well, let's just stick it to the alcohol, because you had an initial inspiration that drinking less could possibly be a positive thing. It wouldn't be terrible.
Okay.
How about just the right amount? Just the right amount to have a good time and sleep that night.
We can replace it like water or tea. We can replace it instead of alcohol. But I don't really have a problem. Thank God. I really serious addictive. That's one thing I want to say out to the whole world, that when it comes to drugs, addiction like that, it's very judgmental, and so we look down at the alcohol, we look down at the the drug addict, and we do, but we don't look down at the person who overeats their food. It's the same addiction, it's just different. It's a different substance abuse. We also do that with pornography. We look at the we judge the prostitute, we judge the gigolo. Well, not so much, but you know what I mean, because there's a double-edged sword. There's the hypocrite part about it. Like, it's okay for men to be whores, but women can't. But we look down at people who are addicted to pornography. It's the same thing. It's just it's a different outlet. There's something that's drawing them for this. It's still an addiction. If you drink too much, if you eat too much, if you look at porn too much, or if you hook yourself out too much,
too much is too much. Well, this is the thing. Everybody likes to get high, right? And getting high just means that you are changing your state. And I think that's one of the reasons why people that meditate and that really get into like the spiritual life and hypnosis, right? Where you actually learn to change your state of mind, your perception, your perspective, the way that you feel, the way that you think, intentionally and at will, without having to put any substance inside of your body. And that's the cool thing about taking back power of your own mind and doing the kind of work that we're doing here and learning how the mind actually works, is that you don't need anything on the outside to make you feel better on the inside or to make you feel different.
Yeah, that's hard because that's what we do. We want
Well,
to.
that's what we've
do
been
something.
habituated to do.
Yeah, it's very natural for us to do that. So it's very easy for us to judge other people who have these bad habits. We call bad habits. And this is so positive with this hypnosis, is that you learn how to let go of that mentality and that judgment and actually replace it with something else. You know, I really learned how to be more open-minded with this hypnosis. That behavior, there's a good intention in that, and that person who's an alcoholic is really not as bad as we think they are.
Just trying to feel okay, man. We're all
trying to feel high in life
okay.
and trying to escape my realities and to the extreme, like I did on my 30th birthday. I wasn't like in pain. I just being funny, and I said, today's my 30th birthday. Let's do 30 shots of tequila.
Girl, you were really going with it.
And I'm like, they go, why 30? And I said, because it's my 30th, dummy. That's why. And I survived it. Took me 5 years to drink tequila. Oh my God, that was a bad 3 days. Anyway, so, okay, let's focus on this bad habit of, should we do alcohol or hoarding?
I mean, it's up to you.
Let's do the alcohol.
Yeah.
Let's do the alcohol, since that's really popular. That seems to be a really big, wide problem.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Swish hypnosis process. I don't think we really need to go through like the whole example that he gave earlier. I think that we can just go right into the script if you are cool with that.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. So I don't know if you remember, obviously this is going to be a little bit wobbly because I've certainly never done this one like online. So the idea is that in person, what you would have them do is imagine that they are like way out here on your finger, and then the hypnotherapist would go like this, swoosh, right into the person's face to where they physically kind of went back a little bit. I mean, obviously you're not going to punch them in the face. It's not going to be a lot, but like anytime something comes towards you, you're going to pull back.
Which I did a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
When you did that to the phone.
Yeah, like that. Oh, cool. Maybe I can just do it. Let's just do it then. Let's just do it. Okay. So also in this process, you are, because I'm just going to do that the first time, and then the next couple times after that, you're going to do it yourself anyway.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, because it's coming back to me. It's been a while that this technique.
This is not one that we use very often, but it's a fun one for sure. Okay, cool. So don't get like, you don't need like the headphones and all of that kind of stuff. So just kind of be comfortable and close your eyes, but obviously you're going to open your eyes.
Okay, so I can lay down. Okay. Lay down. I'm on my bed.
No, don't lay down.
No, don't lay down.
No.
Okay,
yeah. No headphones. You don't need to lay down. Stay sitting up. You are going to close your eyes and relax and go into like meditative visualization process, but then you're going to open your eyes and do some process.
Let me get cozy then. Okay, how's that? That'll work.
Okay. 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 Oh, how is my volume? Because actually my microphone is like way over here. Is it fine? Can you hear me fine?
I can hear you just fine.
Cool. Okay, so go ahead and take a deep breath in. With your eyes comfortably closed, follow along with my voice. Let each breath go with a sigh. Just let go of everyday thoughts and experiences. Notice that through this natural breathing process, the sensations in your scalp, facial muscles and tendons go loose, comfortably limp, completely relaxed. So relaxed and comfortable that any outside sounds, any outside experiences only cause you to refocus on my voice, allowing my voice to resonate between the right and the left side of the brain. My voice is now becoming smooth and comfortable for you. Notice how this transition into relaxation deepens as you shift your attention to your shoulders. Lift the weight of the world and place it behind you. Just let it go. And there is no place you need to be, nothing that needs to be done at this moment in time. The only thing you need to remember is to relax, along with my voice, and let yourself go. Notice how the arms, all the way down to the fingertips, just relax. You might be feeling a lightness. You might be feeling a heaviness. It might be a tingling sensation. No two people experience hypnosis in the same way. All you really need to do is relax, let go, and let it happen. Shift your attention to your breathing. Breathing in deep, deep relaxation. And breathing out all stress, all tension. Notice your heartbeat, rhythmic, natural, and automatic. I mention your breathing and your heartbeat because they are both controlled by the other than conscious part of your mind. It's the part of your mind with which you are learning to integrate the swish pattern. It's the part of your mind that will notice, with your awareness or without your awareness, each time going deeper and deeper relaxed. And even in the state of relaxation, you can and will be able to open your eyes and experience the process with us today. So go ahead now and open your eyes and look into the camera here. And I want you to notice that just on the tip of my finger, there's you, tiny little you, drinking, 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 more drinking, feeling like shit the next day. Can you see it?
I can see all the little tequila bottles. Yes. Yes.
Okay, awesome. And I'm going to pull back a little bit further. And as I'm pulling back further and further and further, I want you to imagine that it's actually you further back here. Yeah. Drinking just that right amount to have, the nice, warm, fuzzy feeling, but just hang out, just hanging out with friends, having a good time, chilling, focusing on the music and the people. And you might have a drink and you might not. It's just not a big deal. Can you see that out there?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Notice the way it feels. Notice the smile on your face with your shoulders rolled back and your chin upward. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. And swoosh.
Okay, cool. Oh, dude. I think we laughed in person too, because it was
We
so
did. We
funny.
totally did. I remember. Swoosh.
This is
Just
so
at the right
funny. Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Totally. You did great. So allow your eyes to close again. And
Okay.
notice that just at the right moment and the right time, swish, the new you will enter into your mind. This is that part of you that knows how to prove to you that you will drink just that right amount at just the right time, enjoying life and people and joy. So this will be so. Notice the rising and falling of your chest. As the chest, abdomen, and back go loose, comfortably limp, completely relaxed. So relaxed and comfortable that whatever you need to see, hear, and experience to integrate the swish pattern becomes natural and automatic in your mind, programmed into your thoughts, and effortlessly a part of your nature upon awakening. So this will be so. Notice the hips and thighs going loose, comfortably limp, and completely relaxed. Even as I am speaking, your other than conscious mind is planning just where and when you will need the swish pattern the most, knowing that the more you practice, the better it will become. And the better it becomes, the more natural it will be. Each time you practice the swish pattern, you will find the old sensations, the old pattern melting away, eliminating itself from your experience. Each time it's getting easier than the time before. Honoring your body, honoring your mind, enjoying the moment in just that right amount. Become aware of your total body relaxation from the knees and calves to the ankles, even the balls of your feet. Every cell, system, and organ of your body relaxing comfortably. From this inner space of comfort and peace, I want you to imagine the next 24 hours of your life. As you imagine the next 24 hours, notice your hands comfortably by your side. Become aware of each and every time your hands move towards your face. Taking this opportunity now to open your eyes and put your hand out as far as your hand will go, and you can see your own tip of your finger. And there you are, eating and drinking and being merry and having conversations and having just the right amount of food, just the right amount of liquor for you at that time, at that place. And the party goes on and the music invigorates your soul and your system. And notice how good you feel to really be honoring your body and having just that right amount of tequila. Become aware that each time you move your hand now towards your face with a swoosh, instantly and automatically, boom, there you go. The swoosh enters into your mind. And with this thought of swoosh in your mind, immediately your shoulders roll back, your chin moves upward, and you begin to breathe the way you will breathe when you know that success is guaranteed for you. And you then remember to forget by forgetting to remember about drinking too much, so that the old thought will no longer be necessary. That pit bull focus on the more will simply just fade away, no longer a part of your thinking process. This could happen today. It could happen tomorrow. It might have already happened. All you really need to do is to relax and benefit from the power of your own mind. It is no coincidence that this was brought up today for you in this place, this space, and this time. You are ready. You are ready to let go of some of the old ideas, habits, and patterns of the past as you move into your future, refreshed, revitalized, and renewed. And as you let go of old ideas, you're making space, room for new ideas, new concepts, new feelings to flow in you, through you, and around you. And you begin to notice things in your world that you didn't notice before. And with this thought, imagine the next 24 hours and think of 3 different places in the next 24 hours where you would want the swish pattern to work freely for you.
Okay.
Mhm. From here, recognize the level of relaxation that you were willing to attain today. Just notice, knowing that each time you practice relaxation, the power of your own mind to change, transform, and open up space for you, you will go just a little bit deeper. It's time to take a mental vacation now. And on this mental vacation, you will dream of all the successful ways in which you will use the swish pattern upon awakening. When you next hear my voice, it will not startle you at all. In fact, it will only cause you to go deeper, deeper, deeper inside your own mind. And as you become aware of your body's level of relaxation, knowing that you're learning self hypnosis in a powerful, positive way to improve your life, navigating the resources of your own mind, what an experience. Uniquely yours, thoughts, patterns, habits, beliefs, behaviors. And all you really need to do to reach this level of relaxation and the clarity and the consistency that you desire is to close your eyes, take in a few deep breaths, and remember the sensations that you have now. With that feeling, you remember to go this deep or deeper on your own. And if you're listening to this at a time of sleep, then continue your journey into the deepest realm of sleep, where you will incorporate the swish pattern into your dreams. You get the idea, the concept, the purpose. You might find it convenient just before awakening. Swish. Your mind remembers that upon awakening, your true self awakens within you. You might find that when you reach over and turn on a light, swish, instantly, your true self enters into the room with you. Some people find it convenient the moment they turn on the shower to wash their body just before the water hits their skin, swish. They're cleansing their mind of all negative thoughts, all negative concepts, all negative beliefs. They are ready, willing and able to accomplish their goals of the day. One may find that the days transform into weeks and the weeks into months, and I say to you now, if you are listening at a time and a place when you need to be awake, alert, and conscious, then I'm going to ask you to slowly return into the room, but only as slowly as you can find value in using the swish pattern. Once a day is good, twice a day is better, 3 times a day is excellent. And when you are ready to comfortably and confidently allow the pit bull tendency to focus on things that are perhaps not the best for your body, that without question or hesitation, your eyes will open and you'll become wide awake, feeling fine and in perfect health, feeling better than before. And this is so.
Man, I didn't want to get up. Oops. That was good. My mind kept on wandering, but it was still good. It was still good.
Yeah, the mind wanders. Well, that's its job.
Oh. Yeah, I was like, damn. I was aware of it. I'm like, stop, just focus on me, focus on me. And it was really cool. I started seeing like certain images from a dream that I had a long time ago. It was really pretty. It had like French decor. It was more green and aqua, like a place that you would go for a spa, and you go into a pool of water, and it's just beautiful water. And it was greenish. I really like that color. And then I kept seeing like pictures that looked like something you would see from a I don't know if it's a Monet painting. I think he's the one that painted Paris, I think. I'm not sure. And I kept seeing those colors, just colors were coming, and it reminded me of Paris, France. But I wasn't at the Eiffel Tower. I was just that painting of Monet. I believe that's the artist who did a painting of Paris. So these are the colors I like. So they'll bring me healing. And the swish is really funny because it sounds so silly, but it actually works because I think because it's a distraction, it's like boom in your face. So it helps with the instincts that we have to focus on that instead. It's like when someone snaps their fingers, or they, make a loud boom sound with the balloon, or slapping their hands to get your attention, like, like our primitive attention. Like that's what you do with the dog.
That's what you do with people as well. I mean, that's about
marketing.
Marketing is all about that, like getting someone's attention. Hey, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
And it breaks the state, because we are constantly in this just habitual way of thinking, like, this is the way I think, this is the way it's always been, this is the way it's always going to be, and we're just like this. And to interrupt that, that's literally what the Swish pattern is. It's a pattern interrupt, so that hand to mouth pattern of whatever it is goes boom. Like,
it works.
Whoa, what am I doing?
Right. It breaks the state, and it makes us to focus on that right now. It works with animals and it works with people. And I don't think people associate that because how can I be like an animal? Well, it's just a primitive instincts, and it's just focus of attention. That's all. Break a state. It works on a lot of people, including animals. So it works, even though it's silly as hell, even as stupid as it sounds like.
No matter how dumb it sounds, what judgment we give it, if it works, it works. Yeah,
it works. It works. I'll give you an example. Okay, so I was in an African safari, and I had anxieties about going there, but so I had questions. So I'm on this Jeep with my ex-in-laws, and I was talking to the driver. His name was Eebs. And I said to him, hey, I noticed the truck has some like holes on the side. They look like it's a hole that maybe a bull rammed their tusk in the side. He goes, you are correct, Maria. And I said, so how many times have you approached or had to deal with a mad bull, of the elephants? And he goes, oh, a couple of times, obviously, because you see I said, so do you have any weapons on this trip here, safari trip, to protect yourself and your patrons? And he goes, yeah, I do. I said, oh, where is it? He pulls out a branch from a tree that he has right next to his like driver's seat. And he
Okay.
goes, here's my weapon. And I'm like, what the hell? That's not a weapon. That's a toothpick compared to an elephant. He goes, yeah, you're correct, but you don't understand. And I said, no, I'm all ears. Tell me, because I'm feeling kind of anxious right now. And he's like, well, when I see a bull coming to us and it's showing some aggressiveness, what I do is I get out and I take my toothpick, my
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 stick.
my toothpick, my yardstick, my branch, and then I get the attention of the elephant. I said, "What do you do with? What do you mean attention?" He goes, "Well, I just tell the bull to look at me and to focus on the toothpick, and I just play with the ground. I play with the dirt on the ground, and that's what the elephant does. I'm taking the attention off you guys, people in the Jeep, and I want him to pay attention to this stick, and then I bring that stick down to the ground, and I'm just playing with the elephant, with the dirt on the ground, with this toothpick, as you called." I'm like, okay, I don't know if that's really helping my anxiety right now, but if that works, so be it. I thought he was going to have like a huge rifle with a bow and arrow that had poison on the tip to just knock out this elephant, you know. He goes, no, it doesn't have to be that way. It's just focusing his attention on something else. It works with a 200-ton, I don't know, has 200 to about a ton elephant, a bull, an angry, bull that's charging, focusing their attention. It works, or else Ebes wouldn't have a job. He would be dead, right?
Yeah, right.
And he's like, I've been doing this for 20 years. I know what I'm doing. And that was his weapon. So it works, y'all. This stupid little wish, swish, swish.
Swish.
It happens like with people slapping you. When you get slapped, that breaks your state of attention.
That would definitely get my attention. Yep.
And it's also an anchor, and it goes with association of, maybe that's why people put up with abuse, because they've been abused already as a child with spanking, that they put up with someone else hitting them. Because that's what they're used to. That's called anchoring, and that's a technique we do here in a positive way. No slapping, no bitch slapping here.
No, definitely not. So now when you think about, drinking, over drinking, right? And it's not that like drinking is bad, but like you even said, you're like, it was more than what my body needed or wanted, right? Like there was consequences to it. So like, maybe that's not so great. So now when you think of drinking, what do you think of?
Fun. I think of light. I think of family. I think of celebration. I think of piñatas. I think of food. I think of me walking around, not falling around, which I never did. But
falling around.
I never did fall, but there's some people who do fall.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I was able to focus on, when you were talking, on my shoes. And I was wearing high heels, and I was walking really nicely in it. I wasn't like, staggering. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I had coordination. I was having a good time celebrating life, feeling good, sunshine, backyard, trees in the air. I was enjoying the moment and celebrating with my family. And it was a fun, positive thing that we did. And we had food, and I didn't eat too much tamales. I actually was thinking about oranges. Oranges and water and good food, good Mexican food, but nothing too like focused on one or the other. Other than the orange. I don't know why an orange came up. I'm like, well, that's not really Mexican food, but hey, I'll eat it.
That's awesome. Okay, so that was a great session. That's the last one, I believe. But you know what's funny? I think that we accidentally skipped quantum fusion.
Probably. We got to do quantum fusion,
right?
And did we do quantum fusion's fun. It's one of my favorite ones. I love that one.
Yeah.
And we wanted to do the pain one too, remember? We got to do it.
The pain one.
Yeah. You don't want to do it. I don't know why, but a lot of people are.
I don't know why either. I don't know why either. Yeah, I do have a resistance to that, but we can get over that.
Yeah.
The glove anesthesia. Okay. All right. So we'll do,
It's not my favorite, but I think if we use it more often, we probably would like it. Because I used it a couple times. I'm like, this is lame. I'm not doing it. But it works though.
That's true. I mean, all of them seem lame until you do it. I mean, it does seem kind of silly. It's like, oh, say these things and do these things and open your eyes and look around and then close your eyes and go into deep and imagine something and then open your eyes. And it's like, how is this really going to help me? And then all of a sudden you're helped. And it's like, oh, well, okay.
Dr. Porter may know something that we don't know, but it's just the pinching part. I don't like to pinch people, but we can do it a different way. And plus you can't pinch me because I'm over here and you're over there, but we can pinch ourselves.
We can pinch ourselves.
Yeah, we can pinch ourselves or not pinch. I did it a couple of times on Brian, pinch and no pinch, and he said I couldn't hurt him anyways.
Dude, I remember doing that, with Dr. Porter, and like it was like I literally couldn't feel it, and when he undid a thing, it was like there was marks, like big red indent marks on my hand.
You let him pinch you?
Yeah, do you remember that?
No, I don't remember it, but it wasn't my favorite one. But I think we should give it a go anyways.
I like it. Okay. All right. We'll do that next week. Do you have any questions or anything else that you want to add into today's session?
No, but I was just going to add that even though it might not make sense to you, what comes to your brain, like what is my alcohol drinking tequila day has to do with Monet? The artist. I don't know. I just went with it. And the colors, it doesn't have to make sense. It will make sense to your head subconsciously. So I just went with it. The painting, the colors that I saw, and just to let everyone knows, those colors mean something to me that I like, that I associate with, especially the spa area, that associates health and detoxification. And the only thing I could think about the colors that I saw was just the colors I like that make me feel good. And just to let you know, it kind of looked like, now that I'm thinking about it, kind of looked like my dress colors here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it also reminded me of the colors that I saw in some of these pictures that this artist, Monet, I believe it's Monet. And for whatever reason, I always wanted to go to France. I wanted to go check out Paris. I just never done it, and I don't know why. I mean, I'm not French, but who cares? But Brian is, and he has no desires to go to France, even though he's French and German. Anyway, so it doesn't have to make sense. That's just my point. Just go with it.
I like that. And even though it doesn't make sense now, it might some other time. Sometimes later things come together and you're like, oh, I get it. That's how this piece together. So yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Cool, Miss Maria. Always a pleasure to see you on my Wednesday afternoons. I love you so much.
I have a question. Is that your home or is that your work that you're in at this moment? It looks like an office.
I am in the office. Yeah. And I keep just moving from corner to corner to corner, like trying to find my corner. Trying to find my spot.
Well, I like the window. Don't you like the window? You like the window?
Yeah, I do like the window. There's lots of, I have a thing right there. That's why I put that there. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you, love. Thank you.
Yeah, just was wondering. But this is obviously my room. So you don't want to look at my boxes though.
No, go clean the boxes, you hoarder.
I'm gonna go swish that.
Okay. All right. I love you, babe.
Talk to you later. Have a good day.
Bye.